Hello, I'm Frank Rubino, author of Frank's Lunch Service from Lithic Press, and I'm really grateful to the editors of DMQ Review and everyone watching for the opportunity to read you a few poems from this book. This is kids who are young women who are kids. I smelled corruption and walked circles outside the firelight to discover what animal had died under the hydrangea, perhaps. My friend Bobby G has a nose, too. We upset the others by stalking the odor, like what the Karamazovs smelled when the monk Zosima died. And everyone in the book expected a miracle instead of his rapid decay. They sat by the fire and talked and drank and got high. When we called off our search, I looked up and regretted my daughter's old bedroom window and that she slept on a mattress now on the floor of her mother's apartment. Everyone, I want so much. I want to raise her again. Earlier, a bird takes off and drops back to the driveway. Takes off again and drops again. She can't calculate a flight path to clear the garage door overhang. Finally she does, and a bit loose-winged, a bit fluttery, hurries into the holly and shoots up its height with flappy jumps. She still seems frantic, discombobulated, as she careens across the cypress tree from the highest perch on the giant holly. Now I'm glum, standing by the fire, not talking. I'm not that bird. She's not that bird. And here comes the odor, with a very good chance of being that bird. The Russians. It was walk or freeze one night on Hudson Street. You know how New York can get desolate and frigid in some neighborhoods. Nothing's open, and it's just river wind rushing back and forth. The next time you can sit down warm is long, long blocks away. My back was so bad, I lowered myself on my cane and sank onto the sidewalk ice. I was okay after a while, but my friend Gigi had been immobilized in her bed for long weeks. Each of her convalescences was scarier, and each new scan showed more black dots, cancer spreading at a quicker pace. We Skyped so she could show me her wigs and talk about our problems with pain in the funny, philosophical way she liked to talk. I flew to London, where she was in a hospice apartment Paul arranged. He cooked for her and left us alone to say goodbye. "Read me the Russians," she said. Her hair was shaved close, growing in from chemo, and she liked me to read and scratch her scalp. "I can't control it," she said when her diarrhea gurgled in a tube. "It doesn't matter," I said, and she accepted that. She wanted to talk about knowing she was dying. I heard from Paul that she ranted and threw plates in the very last days, seized by the fear of being forgotten. She confessed that fear to me, too, as I would pause reading out loud, making sure that she really wanted to hear all this about Yusef, the poor Chekhov character who slid dead off a plank and sank into the sea. Frank's lunch service. We opened at dawn and served lunch all day at the Art Metal Steelworks, shift changes and breaks. My father gave me prep jobs, Spoon 2 sugars into cups for the regular coffees, lightened with Clinton's milk, from yellow and blue wax cartons with round pleated paper lids. Dad and Pop-Pop smoked pell-mells before the rush. We sliced 100 Pector's rolls, sawing our knife blades towards our hands, and spread them with margarine from the human head-sized tub in the walk-in refrigerator. It was a vault. Had a wooden floor I mopped from a steaming bucket. Once the latch stuck, the heavy door swung closed behind me and pushed on a cold front, the odor of mayonnaise, mopping bleach, and spilled milk. Under a dim light bulb, I could see the margarine tubs, sleeves of bologna, like arms without hands, and 144 eggs stacked in triple-sized flats. Everyone in the shop was too busy with the hungry workmen to find me, as if I were still in my bed at home, as if I were one of the 144 eggs, as if my father hadn't shaken me out of my dreams and I was that summer day sitting and dreaming and thinking at our picnic table with the illustrated library books from the column-fronted building behind the town hall where Mom parked, about Theseus unrolling yarn in the cold labyrinth, smelling the blood of the victims, hearing them whimper and moan, and smelling the odor of the Minotaur, sweat, mayonnaise, piss. No one in Greece had ever used yarn to help them escape. To be with Mom learning the great things, as if I could turn the old pages, heavy as that walk-in door with other people's touch, suffused with the grease from their fingers, soaked with their tears and their coffees. Thank you.